So we learnt about algebraic identities in the previous exercise. So these are the identities. We use them to either expand a polynomial or to factorize a polynomial. Supposing they give the polynomial in this form, they'll ask you to factorize it. We have to bring it in the form of brackets like this. But brackets are the factors of the polynomial. Supposing they give it you in this form, then they will ask you to expand a polynomial and you have to bring it to this form. So either type of sums can come in algebraic identities. So please memorize these identities very well, practice it, write it down, and they will help you to solve the sums. So these are the identities. Okay. Factorize the following expression: 2a square plus 4a square b plus 8a square c. So in this sum, we can see that 2a square is a common factor of all the three terms. Okay. So here we are going to take 2a square outside the bracket and write the remaining terms in the bracket. So here it is 2a square, I have taken it outside the bracket. So the factor remaining is 1. So here see 2a square into 1 is 2a square. Okay. So here in the next term, if we take out 2a square, what is left? The factor left is 2b. So write down 2b. You can cross check it. So if you open the bracket, this becomes 4a square b. That's what it is. So we have done it correctly. So here plus the factor left is 4c. Okay, close the bracket. So this is the answer. So if you factorize this, you get this as the answer. The factors of this polynomial are 2a square and the bracket 1 plus 2b plus 4c. This whole thing within the bracket is a factor. Okay, next sum, ab minus ac minus mb plus mc. So we'll group the terms. First two term, take out a common, you get b minus c in the bracket. Here if you take out minus m common, you again get b minus c. So b minus c is now a common factor. You can take it out and write the remaining terms in the bracket. So if you take out b minus c, we are left with a minus m. So here it is. The next bracket is a minus m. The first one is b minus c. Okay, factorize the following: a square plus 4x plus 4. So we are going to use this identity. Can you see? This is similar to this expression. So we are going to take this identity. So the first term is a square, the last term is a square, and the middle term can be written as 2 into a into b. See here I have written 2 into x into 2. So first term is a square, last term 4 is also a square like this. So if you compare with this, we can see a is equal to x and b is equal to 2. So write down the factors: x plus 2 the whole square. This is the answer. So we have converted a polynomial which is in an expanded form to its form in the factors. Okay, that's factorization. Okay, so here there is another polynomial. First we'll take out 3 as common factor. Write down the remaining factors in the brackets like this. So here if you remove 3 factor, the a square is the remaining factor. Write it down. Here if you take out 3, we are left with minus 8ab. Take out 3, we are left with plus 16b square. Again we can see that these two are factors, and the middle term can be written as minus 2ab. So here it is. Let's write it as in the standard form like this: a square minus 2 into a, and this will be 4b the whole square, 16b square. So this is the value of b. Write it down. Okay, now it is in the standard form. Compare it. So a is equal to a and b is equal to 4b. So 3 into a minus 4b the whole square. So we have used the other identity. Memorize these identities and apply them. So next sum, x raised to 5 minus 16x. Here x is a common factor. First I am removing it out. Then we can see that this is a whole square and 16 is also a whole square. So now this expression is in the form of a square minus b square. Okay, here a will be x square and b will be 4. Okay, so write down in this form, it will be x square minus 4 into x square plus 4. We have again, this is in the form of a square minus b square. Okay, so here a is x and b is 2. 2 2s are 4, so that form. So the factors will be x minus 2 into x plus 2. We do not have any identity similar to this expression. When there is a positive sign between two squares, we cannot factorize it further. So leave it as it is. This is the answer. M square plus 1 upon m square minus 23. So we are going to use this identity here. Okay. So here when we apply this identity, there will be a minus 2, and minus 2 minus 23 is minus 25. That is also a perfect square. So this will be a correct identity to use. So write it down in place of m square plus 1 upon m square. Okay. Minus 2 minus 23. Minus 2 minus 23 is minus 25. 25 is 5 square. Again, now this is in the form of a square minus b square. Okay. Okay. So that means what? M plus 1 upon m minus 5 into m plus 1 upon m plus 5. This is the answer. These are the two factors of this polynomial. Okay. 6 minus 216 x square. So here the common factor is 6. Take it outside the bracket, you get 1 minus 36 x square. So 36 x square is a whole square, that is 6x whole square. Okay, now this is in this form, a square minus b square. So substitute a and b and write down. So here it is 6 into 1 minus 6x into 1 plus 6x. A square plus 1 upon a square minus 18. So here this a square plus 1 upon a square can have two values. One is a plus 1 upon a whole square minus 2, which we used in the previous sum, or it can be a minus 1 upon a square plus 2. Okay, we are going to take the second one, plus 2. Why? Because we want to make this as a whole square. So plus 2 minus 18 becomes 16. So that will be a whole square. If we take the previous formula, it will be a plus 1 upon a the whole square minus 2. It will become, if you put minus 2 here, it will become minus 20, which is not a whole square. So we don't want to take the previous one. We'll use this formula. Only thing different between the two formulas is the sign. Okay, be careful in this. So here this becomes a minus 1 upon a the whole square plus 2 minus 18. This is minus 16. Write down minus 16 as 4 square. Okay, now apply this formula and you'll get the answer. Factorize the following: 4x square plus 9y square plus 25z square plus 12xy plus 30yz plus 20xz. So write this formula in a standard form like this. Okay. This is similar to the RHS of this identity. A plus b plus c the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Can you see this? So now when you compare this, if you factorize this expression, you get a plus b plus c the whole square. So here a is 2x, b is 3y and c is 5z the whole square. Okay, so what we are doing here is, first we are looking at the sum first, and then we are going to write the identity which is similar to this. So this is the identity similar to this sum, and then write this expression in this form. in the form of a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Once you have written it in this form, you can apply this identity and write the answer. Similar type of sum here. You can write down the identity similar to this and write this expression in this form. Okay, here one thing you should be careful is, can you see a negative sign here, and there is a negative sign here. So what this means is, what is the common factor here? X and x. So x is a negative value. Okay, so from this we can understand that we have to take x as a negative. So that is why I have taken 25x square as minus 5x the whole square. Okay, when you square the negative, it becomes positive. So this also is true. Okay, and here everywhere I have taken x as negative. I have written it down in this form. Okay, now you know the value of a, b and c. So minus 5x plus 2y plus 3z the whole square, or if you want, you can write this as 5x minus 2y minus 3z the whole square. See, this minus sign, I have taken it outside the bracket, so this will also become minus, this will become minus, and if you square the minus sign, it becomes plus. So plus 5x minus 2y minus 3z the whole square. Either answer is correct. Even if you leave it as it is, you will get marks. Factorize the following: 8x cube plus 125y cube. Write it in the form of cube, whole cube like this. 8x cube is 2x the whole cube. 125 is 5y the whole cube. Apply the identity similar to this. So here it is. Write it down on the side. Okay. Write down this. Factorize it by substituting a is equal to 2x and b is equal to 5y. Now simplify this. You will get the answer. Okay. Same type of sum. Write down first as whole cube this expression. Then apply this identity. A cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Okay. So if you apply, substitute a as 3x and b as 2y. Write down here. Then simplify this. See, 3x whole square becomes 9x square. Here it is 3 2s are 6, 6xy, and 2y the whole square is 4y square. Okay. This is the answer. So as you can see, you have to memorize the identity properly. Okay. So make sure you're doing that and apply the correct identity. Look at the expression and see which identity will apply to this sum. Write it down and then you simply have to substitute values. You will get the answer. Okay. A raised to 6 minus 64 is equal to, okay, let's write it in the form of cube. So a square raised to 3 minus 4 raised to 3. And then apply this identity, a cube minus b cube. Substitute all a as a square and b as 4. Okay, so here it is. Now here a square minus 4, this is a square. So you know this, how to factorize. A minus 2 into a plus 2. Okay, now this, when you simplify, you get this expression. Now this looks very similar to this identity. So let's write it down in the side. Here the first term is a raised to 4, which we can write it as a square. A square raised to 2. The last term is 16, that is 4 square. So you have a square, you have b square. Now the middle term, let us check. What should be the middle term? If the first term here, it is a square. So it should be 2 into a square plus 2 into a square into 4. Okay, this is also square. We need 8a square as the middle term for this identity to be true. But we have only 4a square. So what I am going to do is I am going to add 8a square and then subtract 4a square in the end like this. So 8a square minus 4a square is 4a square. So there is no difference between this and this expression. I've written it in this form to bring it in this identity. So here it is. So this expression becomes a square plus 4 the whole square minus 2a the whole square, like this. Now this is in this form, in the form of a square minus b square. So here if you factorize it, you get a square plus 4 minus 2a into a square plus 4 plus 2a. So this sum looks very long. We have used 3 identities in a single sum like this, but all the 3 identities are very simple identities. So it's actually a very simple sum if you do it carefully. Factorize the following: x cube plus 8y cube plus 6xy minus 1. So write down the identity: a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca is equal to a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. So you can see here this expression has got 3 cubes in it: x cube, 8y cube, and even minus 1 is a cube, minus 1 the whole cube. So this expression looks like this. So we're going to use this identity. Okay, so let's write it in the standard form. So x cube plus 2y cube minus 1 cube minus 3 into x into 2y into minus 1. Now you just open and check whether it is 6xy. So here minus is plus, 3 2s are 6, 6xy. So this is correct. It is in the standard form. Now you can apply this identity. Just replace a with x, b with 2y, c with minus 1 in this expression. Simplify it, you will get the answer. The same method for the next sum. So here is the expression. It looks similar to this. There are 3 cubes in it. So let's apply. So here L cube, let's write it in the form minus 2m raised to cube minus 3n raised to cube and minus 3 into L into minus 2m into minus 3n. See, if you open it, you should get all these values. So this is minus 18 LMN. So this is correct. It is in the standard form. Now replace A with L, B with minus 2m and C with minus 3n. Okay, and simplify it, you will get the answer. Since this is minus 8 is negative, you are writing here minus 2 cube. When you cube it, you will get negative value. This also, when you cube it, you will get negative value. That's why this expression takes the sign negative. Okay. So here we come to the end of the exercise.